Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gamer Social Club Party Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Nathan, aka One Hot Dragon, and I am joined by none other than the hoariest whore for horror, Fraser, the best F-bomb dropping guy I know. What's up?
I am marvelous. So happy to be back.
Oh, me too.
I love this 2.0.
Yeah.
Die Hard 2.0 with a vengeance.
That's
Die
right.
even harder. Let's do it.
I've definitely seen Die Hard as
okay.
well as The Matrix. And I'm also joined by... I am also joined by... On aboard the emulation station, it's the PC Master Guru, Russell. I know you missed that intro, buddy. How's it going? I know you're not feeling tip top today.
I forgot about that shit.
Anyways, so me and Russell both, folks. So welcome to the Gamer I'm rusty, okay? Cut me some slack. Damn. Jeez, calm down, Steve. Anyways, welcome to the Gamer Social Club.
You look old. Not us. It's just you, Nathan. Nathan looks old.
Yeah, no, I am old. I'm very old. I'm 30 now. I've actually gone into my 30s since the last time I podcasted. So, there's that. Now I'm like basically ancient. I mean, you could almost call me Jeff.
Hey.
Got him.
Come on now. Come on.
Oh man, I love you, Jeff. Hello. Okay, sorry. I already read that part. My bad. Today, ladies and gentlemen, ew. It's ew to you, Steve. Today we are going to be talking about Doom and the history of Doom and getting into a little trivia game that I've put together for y'all. And before we get into all that, figured I'd go ahead and address some of the reasons why we've been out of commission for the past couple of months. The real reason is that I took Harry's recommendation and I tried out the Outer Worlds, and it sent me into a mental home. And so I've been in psychiatric care for the past 2 months based off of Harry's recommendation. They told me that only a complete psychopath could play through the game completely and actually survive. So that's why it's taken me so long. I finally got back on track mental health-wise. So, now we know the truth about Harry. No, I couldn't finish it.
Oh,
Harry was able to finish
gotcha.
it. Harry was able to.
Yeah, but he's a beast, man. He's like, he got the platinum for fucking Helldivers. Like,
oh, did he
what
really?
What sort of psychopath does that? Yeah. Unreal.
Listen, I had to poke my phone at Harry because I told him, if you don't call Mark, aka We Awoke in the Hive, if you don't call him Mark Zuckerberg, then you're fired. Well, I don't have that ability to fire him, so, I can at least poke phone at him, right? But, but anyways, no, the real reason we've been out of commission for the past 2 months is we've just been realigning what we want out of this podcast, where we want to see it go, where we want to end up, and what kind of changes we can implement to make them different and to kind of give you guys a better experience and to also have some more fun with it ourselves. So I'm excited to announce that, not only is the news podcast happening every week, but we have this live show every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then we have the news podcast. It records on Thursday nights and then it uploads every Friday. Like either Friday morning or Friday night, but I don't know what to call that British time. But that, just so you know, that is officially our UK team. They are the team that is behind the news. And then we just have a rotating roster on Friday nights of people who come through here. We are kind of on Friday nights sticking to one topic at a time. Maybe we'll visit some other different things, depending on what's going on. I mean, here in a couple weeks, you know, we'll be doing predictions. We want to do predictions podcast of the upcoming Xbox showcase and Summer Games Fest showcase. So we'll want to make sure to be covering that stuff. And no, we're not okay. Yes, the UK team. Okay, I see what you did there, Steve. I see what you did. That was good. The gosh, I'm so rusty, guys. I apologize. But no. So anyways, that's what we're going to be doing in a couple weeks. And yeah, so we'll just every Saturday we are going to be, you can expect to see it Saturday or Sunday on the website. There will be an article sharing with you all the stuff we've covered throughout our different shows. That way we'll make it a little easier for you to share with people the different kinds of shows that we produce throughout the week. And we're looking into some other new things to add into everything, but it's too early on that stuff to be able to say anything on it. But again, I've said it 100 times and I'll say it 100 more times, you know, just as we do new things and try new things, just let us know how you feel about them and what you like and don't like. And, you know, we want to work with you to make a product that you guys like. So, and, you know, also in the process, just have fun doing it ourselves. So Friday nights are going to be more dedicated towards, like I said, the one thing, and also with both news and the Friday night podcast, we are trying to implement, you know, we've noticed that people stick around more. Like, we're able to see the numbers when people come and when people go. People hang around more when we're just hanging around talking. So the news show, they typically spend like 20 to 30 minutes just hanging out, catching up. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? And Friday nights, that's what we're doing too. We're going to hang out here, catch up. It's been a while since we podcasted. I know I'm curious to hear how Russell's been and what he's been up to. And so that's kind of going to be how we do Friday nights. And then again, we'll move into the one topic. Tonight we're going to be talking about Doom again. Well, I got a trivia put together. Got some fun facts to go over, and we'll talk about our experience with the new game so far. So if there's any questions, please just this is live. Hit me up in the chat, Steve. You know what to do. The Gamer Social Club. It is a place where gamers from all around the world come and share their love for video games together in a positive environment. Our goal is to give gamers a platform to share their experiences, to add to the conversation in the games industry, to give more gamers a sense of community, and bring a little more happiness into your life. So, Gamer Social Club started out as a book club for gamers, and it is still going strong. You can join us in our Discord channel. The link is in the comment section below. Not the comment section, sorry. The description below. If you want to be a part of that. Right now, the game of the month is Doom Dark Ages, correct, Fraser? That's kind of what we're all talking about?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so that is kind of the current game we got going on right now. And, yeah, so let's get right into it now that we're all done giving you the rigmarole of what's been going on with the podcast and all that boring stuff. Russell, what have you been up to since March? March, I believe, is the last time we talked. Like, just hang out, podcasted?
Maybe, if you say so. I don't know. I mean, what do you want to know?
What do you been?
Everything.
It's just everything. You
Day by day. By day.
Like
Monday, I did this.
Tuesday, you ate what?
I also did that.
Monday, I went to work. Tuesday, I went to work. Wednesday, I went to work. Thursday, I went to work and then played Doom. And Friday, I was miserable all day and played Doom.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Brilliant.
So, did you hit up any awesome parties outside of work? No awesome parties?
I'm almost 40. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, dude, we're 40. We don't party.
This is coffee.
Yeah, yeah. You're the one who's 30. You're the one who goes out to the club and
Oh yeah.
shakes his booty and attracts, I don't know, things.
Okay. All right. Now,
He doesn't-
see what's
No,
funny.
No. He doesn't even attract people. He just attracts STDs.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
that's exactly what it is. You know, see, it's funny because, you know, you talk about me going out to the clubs, but actually I'm out here in the party chat shaking this ass. All right? That's the only party I'm rocking. So, what games have you been playing, Russell?
Apart from Doom, I'm still putting away at Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think I'm almost done with it.
It's for you, Steve.
And then
Yeah,
maybe some,
I noticed you were still going with Kingdom Come.
Oh, yeah.
You've been going with that for ages.
How
Well,
many hours are you into it?
like 160, I think. Now, and this isn't like throwing shade. I was obviously not, you know, the person that was supposed to review it to begin with. We'll not get into that. So there will be a review. Hopefully at least started writing by the end of the weekend. I'm hoping to finish it this weekend. I wasn't, I had the 3-day weekend planned for a while. I was not intending on getting sick, so there's that, I guess. But, apart from that, just like my YouTube channel stuff, I have, I'm still buying handheld emulators. It's just a lot less right now because tariffs and we don't want to necessarily get into anything political, but that's annoying. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm dealing with that.
I know you were.
I know there's other stuff I've played, but I literally can't, like, think of what it is at the moment.
So what's been going on with your YouTube channel? I know you were catching me up to speed a little bit before we started airing, but for everybody watching, what's been on your YouTube channel lately?
Emulation stuff, covering a lot of like PC mods and ports. How can I put this? Expanding into broader stuff than just emulation on it. Just because, again, the tariffs and whatnot are making things really, really limited with that. I think I'm almost at 150 subscribers, if I remember right.
Nice.
It's amazing.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know, but I think getting monetized by the end of the year is not entirely out of the question. We'll see. I think I've made that a goal. Whether or not it happens, who knows? You know how that shit goes.
And
Well, we'll put it out into the universe.
yeah.
Get
Russell's-
Russell monetized by the end of the
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
So I can
Do it.
make like $3 in ads a month.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
The short form content is really working out well for you.
Yeah, the live streaming mod, like I'm still gonna live stream mods and stuff once in a while, but doing like 10 to 15 minute videos seems to be working a lot better than live streaming for hours.
The live stream
Yeah.
is so hard.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it at the same time every week, and
True,
kind
but
of build because like if you don't, like people don't know when you're going live. People are not ready for it. They're like, oh
true.
cool, I've got 2 hours on a Thursday afternoon. What am I gonna do? Oh, Russell's not on today. Kind of.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me anyway. I started streaming and I just couldn't keep up with the consistency,
Right.
and it just fell off.
True, but then like if you're gonna do short form content, you have to at least pretend like you know how to edit and make thumbnails that don't look like they were drawn by an 8-year-old.
but they're
Your
awesome.
thumbnails are fucking amazing. I love them so much. I
It-
live for it.
Yeah, and you know, I was just talking to Megan about this today because she's starting a little small business, and I don't know if any of you guys follow the entrepreneur Gary Vee on social media, but that's one of the things he always talks about when it comes to creating content is don't think about it, just make it, just do it. And honestly, in my time here at Gamer Social Club, I feel like that's been nothing but proven, especially, you know, Harry's gonna shout that from the top of the mountain when it comes to, you know, if you think it's small, you could be very, very, very wrong. You know, best example I've got is my Black Ops guides that I made. I did 2 guides, one for all achievements and how to get all the achievements, and you would think, hey, no, that's gonna get me the most views is all these achievements, a guide to every single one of them, all in one place. And then an article on how to kill the hardest boss on veteran mode has just done crazy numbers. So, and I didn't even put half as much work into that article, but it did so much better. So it's just that thing of like, when you're out here creating content, you think it, you make it, go. You see the news, you do the news, go. Like, don't overthink it. That's gonna be your downfall. But yeah, so Frazier, what have you been up to? You have had a very eventful past couple months since March.
Hey, my life has gone. I don't even know. I don't
Way
even know
uphill.
what's going on. Yeah, so I think in December I got a new job. Right, it's like my dream job. And while I was in my like notice period at my old job, I got a hernia, and my new job didn't want me to start until I got my hernia fixed. And you know, things happen. It wasn't until the end of March that I got my hernia repaired, and this just goes to show like how amazing this new company is. They held my job for me for 3 months, which is like it's unheard of, really, to be honest.
It really is unheard of.
Like,
yeah.
Like so what my job is, like, I train baristas. I work for a coffee company, and the coffee company has like a barista academy, and we the coffee that we sell to cafes, they can send in their staff to me to be trained. And so for 3 whole months, they just didn't have that service, which is insane to just think that rather than going through and hiring someone else, I obviously did something or said something that they liked, and they wanted to keep me around. So I started my new job at the beginning of April, and I'm like, 6 weeks in or something?
It's crazy.
And I absolutely love it. It is so amazing.
I mean,
I get
I was just gonna say, just from being in the Discord, I can tell you're a happier person. Like, I can feel that positivity.
It's amazing. So I get people from all skill levels. So I get people that have never ever touched a coffee machine before, all the way through to people that are wanting to compete in like the World Barista Championships. So it's incredible, like, coming in, and like I have this like kind of a question that I ask like right at the very start of the thing. Like, we go through, we kind of have a bit of a chat, we get to know each other a bit, and like my question is like, what is coffee? What is it? What does it mean to you? And a lot of people are like, oh, you know, it's a drink that I have in the morning, it wakes me up, it's my latte, it's my whatever. But like, when you think about coffee at its fundamental level, coffee is actually a fruit, and we are drinking the seed of a fruit. And people are like, what? What do you mean? But yeah, if you think of coffee like an apple, we are removing all of the apple, we're taking the seed, we're cooking it, we're crushing it, and we're putting it in water, and then we're drinking it. That's what coffee is.
You ever watch The Regular Show? It's a cartoon show.
Yes. I haven't seen it for a long time, but they're birds, aren't they?
Yeah,
Is that what they
yeah,
are?
yeah, a bird and a raccoon.
Yeah, I know the one.
And there's an episode with Mr. Coffee Guy, and essentially he's this giant coffee bean that's a sumo wrestler, and he goes coffee, coffee, and he shoots coffee out of his man boobs. It's fantastic. I think that's truly how we actually get our coffee. Yeah, not really what you're telling me. No, it's from Mr. Coffee.
Do you remember do you remember Ren and Stimpy? Did you ever watch Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, yep.
Powdered toast, man. Do you remember powdered
Oh
toast?
my gosh,
man?
yes, yep.
And he'd like bend over and like scrape his butt cheeks and like onto your toast, and it's like powdered toast. Oh, amazing! Absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving my job. It's where I'm meant to be in life. Like it's kind of that thing where I've been working my way towards this without really knowing that this is where I've been working my way towards.
Yeah.
And now I'm here, and I'm just absolutely loving it.
I love that so much for you, dude. I'm definitely envious. Like that. I mean, isn't that the goal in life? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I get people come through the classes and they leave, and like when I first started making coffee, I was traveling. I'd moved from New Zealand to Australia. I didn't really know what I was doing with my life. I'd never worked in a cafe before, and I got a job in a cafe, like making toast, washing dishes, like just that kind of stuff. And I was like, what, 22, 23, somewhere around there. And then yeah, just fell in love with coffee. Didn't realize you could actually like make a career from coffee.
Yeah.
And like kind of getting that, passing on my knowledge and passing on my enthusiasm and all that kind of stuff, and like just making people realize like this after school job that you've got, like you can make a life from it.
Yeah. It's
not just a shit kicker job. Like it's actually something that you can do, and you can make decent money, and I've met the most amazing people through what I do.
I was getting ready to that was going to be my next question. Like, so how, you said people from all around the world, right? Like, what kind of people are you meeting? Like, where's the farthest they've come from?
Coffee, to grow coffee, you need perfect soil, you need perfect temperature, perfect humidity, you need the perfect rainfall. Everything needs to be perfect. So you'll find that the equator, all the way around the world, is where coffee's growing. So like Brazil, Africa, Indonesia, India, like those kind of countries. And so there was this one guy that so the farmers obviously live in these countries and grow coffee. And this one farmer came into where I worked one day at this coffee roastery, and we were just talking to him and talking about coffee and all that kind of stuff. And he was so humble about what he did. Like his coffee was incredible, and everyone was like, oh my God, your coffee's amazing. It tastes like this. It tastes like cherry pie. It tastes like all these kind of things. And he's like, I come from a third world country. Yeah. Like I don't know what cherry pie is.
No, man.
And I've never had cherry pie before. And you're telling me that like my coffee tastes like cherry pie. He's like, that's cool, but like I don't know what that is. It's just coffee to me. And it really kind of made me think like these people put their heart and soul and like literal blood into this. Wow. They're out in the sun all day, every day. Coffee, 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 coffee.
Man.
And then we take it for granted.
Yeah.
Like we're just like, oh, this coffee's shit, or this coffee's great.
Yeah.
And it's like, mate, this person, whether it's shit or not, they fucking Steve, man. He's loving
Steve's
it.
been cracking me the fuck up. People that drink coffee.
Oh, yeah.
That's who come to see you. Oh my gosh.
And like another person that I've met, the best man at my wedding, we
Yeah.
met at a cafe.
Yep.
I was working as a barista. He was a customer, and he walked in, and we were wearing the same heavy metal T-shirt, like exactly the same T-shirt. and we were like, what? What's going on? What? And we just started chatting, started talking, became like best mates, and like he's the best man at my wedding. Like,
That's amazing.
Just from coffee.
And do you
So,
guys still
like,
work
cool.
together, or like, do you guys work together now, or do you guys still just hang out?
No, we mates. We just mates,
Okay.
hang out. Yeah.
Okay.
He is an incredible music photographer,
Oh yeah.
and he has like he travels the world taking photos of like festivals and gigs. And
Yeah.
shit. We'll throw his one of his handles down in the description. Like his stuff is like out of this world.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like it's absolute. I don't know how he does it. He spends a lot of time editing. A lot of it is edited.
Oh, I'm sure.
But just he's got the eye. He's got the eye for
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
I've got a
but yeah,
brother-in-law
so we'll
who's
throw-
that way. Like, he took pictures in Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I genuinely thought were real pictures, and it took me a minute to realize, oh wait, no, that's Assassin's Creed. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this one photo. There's this band Behemoth. They are a Polish like black metal band. Fucking
Nice.
incredible.
Nice.
He took a photo of like the lead singer of that band during a show, and they've used that in like promotional material.
Oh,
Like,
really?
His stuff is it's incredible.
What the-
So
Oh.
yeah, what happened? Did you ban Steve?
You know,
You've all of his chats just disappeared.
Oh my
That's fucking
gosh.
hilarious.
Russell just deleted all of Steve's messages. For those of you listening.
I only put him in timeout for 10 seconds.
You're
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so coffee aside, the website's been so busy
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to balance my life with website life, and it's been so cool. So like there's two games that I want to talk about. One of them is Kyborg. I know I've spoken about this.
Yeah. I heard you talk
months
about
and
it on
months and
the
months ago.
news podcast.
Yeah, and so the demo came out ages ago. It's fun, whatever. The full release is out now, and I will say that it is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So it's a third person like old school beat 'em up, right?
Right.
Arena beat 'em up.
Yeah.
So you're in an arena, and there's enemies of all different descriptions. There's ranged enemies, there's big ones, there's guys with shields. The combat reminds me a lot of like early Batman,
Mm-hmm.
like those kind of like Arkham Asylum style. So you're parrying, you're dodging, certain enemies you can't parry, that kind of deal. So it's that, and they've added roguelite elements to it. So every arena you beat, you are then given a choice of upgrade. And so there's augments for your body. So you literally like just rip your arm off and like put a robot arm on, and it shoots like rockets. And like it's so wild.
That's
You
sick.
can replace your dodge with like a teleport or like a rocket dodge. So you put like rockets on your feet, and you dodge through people, and they just explode.
Oh my
It's-
gosh.
It's so good. And then there's weapons, so you can get axes and street signs and shotguns and all sorts of wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is similar to the Surge. It's made by again another Polish Polish joint. They seem to be going hard the polls at the moment with games. Everything seems to be from some sort of Polish company. Actually, I apologize. Sobat Games is actually Russian. It's not Polish.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I've got my notes here.
didn't you say something when I was listening to the news podcast? You said something about it being kind of like a little bit more Batman Arkham City-ish, like the way the combat is?
Yep.
Is it...
Exactly. So you're bouncing, so you can lock onto an enemy and you can launch across the arena
Okay.
with your rocket boots and just slam and they explode.
Yeah.
And, like, it is an indie game, so it is janky and the camera is a bit dodgy sometimes. And the only down thing for me is that the runs, because it's a roguelite, right? You get to the end and then you just do another run. The runs are too short, so you don't get a chance to really like make this epic fighting
Yeah.
killing machine. Like you're just building, you're just starting to the things that you're getting are starting to gel and starting to mesh, and then you get a good weapon and then you're like, yes, and then it's the end and you're like, oh, okay, we'll start again. And starting again, like all roguelites, you upgrade your like base skills,
Mhm.
but you don't get anything like more than that.
Right.
So you kind of, like I said, you get to the end and you're like a half killing machine instead of like a full killing machine. So yeah.
Whenever you are in combat, one of the things that kind of keeps me out of Batman Arkham Origins whenever I try to like go back to it is I feel like that closing distance in combat, right? Where how do I explain this without you actually seeing it visually? It's like when you see one enemy over here and he's not right up into your face. He's over here and you press the X button. Batman swoops over and punches him, right? Batman Arkham Origin,
Yep.
you press the X button, he's like, yeah, and he punches the air. And it just completely unimmerses
Yes.
you from the game. So with Kyborg, is it a little bit more like Kyborg? Is it close that gap
it's
in
exactly
combat?
like that.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
Perfect. You sold
you
me.
hold down,
You
I
sold me.
believe it's the left bumper, and it's got like a lock on.
Okay.
And if you're not locked on, yes, your punches can miss.
Yeah.
But if you're locked on and you're 2 feet away, you instantly close that gap and hit that person, and their face just explodes.
Yeah.
It's so gory and it's so much fun. It's like, so the company that made it, I don't know, they've got a couple of other beat 'em ups. Redeemer is one of them.
Mhm.
And the other one is like Nine Monkeys of Shaolin, I think it's called.
The Redeemer sounds super familiar to me. Like I feel like I've heard about it.
It's always on sale on the Xbox store.
Okay.
And it's always in like beat 'em up bundles.
Sure.
Brilliant fun. Definitely worth a look.
Okay.
If you're an old school beat 'em up fan,
Yeah.
this is like got a new swing to it. And I'm hoping that they just add more and more and more and more.
Yeah. Now,
Loads of fun.
I know this is a little bit off topic, but I know I'm gonna forget if I don't ask you now. Did you do something different with the room?
Yeah, I did.
Are you on the opposite side of the room now?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
absolutely am.
all right, that's what it is. I was like, I don't remember there being a door over there to the right. But you got the shelves exactly lined up the same way, so it's taken me a while to be like, oh, wait a minute, something's not right.
Yeah, so I started to get out of control with just buying shit, right?
Yeah?
I just buying shit. And so I said to Mon, I was like, I'm going to stop buying stuff. I'm going to start selling some of my things off. And this room just got fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I at the last minute I cancelled my Assassin's Creed Shadows Special Edition thing. I didn't buy that. And so yeah, I've just been trying to downsize a little bit. It's hard, dude.
Yeah,
I've
you're
got
telling me.
weird emotional connections to things that are like just stupid. Like it's one thing I did do though is I threw out all the boxes. Every single box that I had for something.
No, yeah,
Threw them all out.
Yeah, see, I got stuff like
And
that
I will
too.
say it was very invigorating.
Yeah? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Don't tell Megan that because then she's going to be like, see, you need to throw them out. Like, I don't want
Yeah,
to.
Steve just and so Steve and I won that Lords of
I
the
was going
Fallen
to, yeah.
thing. So I need to make room for that somewhere.
I was going to say,
So-
do you guys know when that's showing up yet?
No, we've put our details in, and we're just waiting now.
I'm so jealous.
Steve mentioned that they were running 2 or 3 competitions, so we think
Yep.
that they might be waiting until all the competitions are finished
Probably
and then
so.
send it all out.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that statue's sick, and it looks gigantuan, too.
It's good.
So,
I know. I'm so excited for it.
I'm-
I'll probably put it where my helmet is.
oh,
Find
okay.
somewhere to put that helmet.
Yeah,
and
get
put
some
it there.
LED lights out to like
Yeah.
make it look to kind of show it off a little bit more because it's a very black
Absolutely.
statue. You know, you need a little bit of light to
Yeah.
kind of make it pop a little more.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
That's
stoked
right,
for you
that's
guys.
right.
Yeah, no, I know it's.
And then sorry, the last thing that I wanted to talk about just real quick
No, go for
was
it.
the precinct.
Oh yeah,
um,
because that's the most recent thing you wrapped
So
up, right?
yeah, so my review came out like 3 days ago, I think.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so much fun. I'm playing it, and I'm forgetting that it's an indie. Like it's
That's
so,
awesome.
It's just it's so much fun. So it's set in the 80s. You're a police officer. It's like what's the like the top-down view? What do you call that? Isometric? Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's isometric.
I think so.
It's semi-isometric, but it's like third person action adventure where you're a police officer. But what's grabbed me about it is that you guys know that I'm like a simulation nerd. Like I love all those simulation games. The core gameplay of the precinct is simulation. So you are out on the beat, walking the beat, you're giving out parking tickets, you are stopping petty crimes. It's funny because I'm not American and I don't understand how your laws work. I don't do very well at it.
What do you mean selling weed is illegal?
So like
Not
one
in
of the
my
things
state.
Actually, it's not
that
my
always
state either.
trips me up. One of the things that always trips me up is someone, I'll be like patting them down, frisking them or whatever,
Yeah.
and they attack me with a knife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I throw them to the ground and I arrest them, and I charge them with assault and resisting arrest.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not resisting arrest. Apparently that's just assault.
Oh, I wouldn't have
To
known
resist
that.
arrest, yeah, according to this game, that is. Don't like.
Huh.
I'm not a lawyer. Don't use my.
Come to
So-
Gamer Social Club for all your legal advice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can say that like if you arrest them and just threw them on the ground, like that's not resisting arrest. Don't ask
But
me
if
how
they-
I know that, but
if they pull a knife on you, and attack you,
that's assault with a deadly weapon.
yeah, but is that not resisting arrest as well?
No. Why
I
would
feel
that?
like it should
That's
be.
so weird. I feel like
Did
it
you-
should be.
Did you tell him he was under arrest before he tried to stab you?
No.
Then no.
Oh.
So it's- oh,
you
of
have
course it's not.
you have to attempt to arrest him and then he resists. That's
Got-
the
yep. Yep, that makes so much more sense.
Okay.
And so yeah, I was playing that and I was I was like 95% complete. Like my
Yeah.
achievement tracker is at 95%. I was about 20 hours in, and my game crashed and wiped my save.
Ouch.
And so I loaded back in, and I just started tasering everyone. And yeah, so I didn't get very good scores for that, but it's a very fun game. It's super cheap too. I think it's only like 20 or 30 bucks,
Yeah.
and it's loads of fun.
See, now
You got, like,
now Fraser's.
Oh no, go ahead.
I
Russell.
was just gonna say, Fraser's making me want to fucking. So I've been purposely not really reviewing much
Resist arrest.
because well, what happened at the beginning of Kingdom Come Deliverance is there was a code or two that came in. One of them was Karma. That I'd
yeah.
been waiting on. That I've been waiting on for a while, and everything just kind of became a jumbled mess. And so I was like, I'm not taking any codes. I want to finish Kingdom Come and then be done. But I need to get into, because I'm just like, writing a handful of articles on the website right now, and that's every week, and that's basically all I'm doing. So.
Yeah. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you got like 20 hours or more into Police Simulator, then you lost it, right?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. I was at the end. I was at the end because the way the main story progresses is like RNG. So like as you are like going through your beat cop, walking the beat, pulling people over, doing that kind of stuff, the
Yeah.
evidence that you're collecting randomly will be part of like a major crime. And when you get enough evidence for that major crime, then you can tackle that crime itself and like take down a gang lord or take down a smuggler or something. So it's not like you can just be like, oh, sweet, and just run through the story. Like you actually have to play the simulation bit to continue.
Yeah. I apologize, everybody. I just now realized I left the background music on this whole time. I can't hear it. I just know what I'm sending through OBS. So apparently I've had background music running this entire time. So apologies.
It's hilarious.
Whoopsie poopsie. Oh man, well, it's cool that you lucked out getting two indies that you enjoyed so well right in a
Yes.
row.
Yeah.
And then I forgot Russell also did you did that Karma review. What well yeah, do you want to kind of sum that up for
Looks
us?
amazing.
Cuz it looks awesome.
God, it's been a while since, I guess we didn't really talk about that because we weren't doing the show then, I guess. So obviously it's been a hot minute since I did it. I think I gave it a 9. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's hard to describe. And I don't want to give away too much for spoilers because then Steve will fucking freak out in the chat and I'll have to time him out again. Honestly, the game is just so. I had done a review or whatever preview of the demo, and then they sent me that vertical slice. Things, once you play the full game, things start making a bit more sense. But it's still like if you play the demo, just the demo that's on Steam, and I assume on PlayStation. I know it's supposed to be coming to Xbox at some point this year. I don't think that's been announced yet. Probably some type of exclusive deal or whatever. But if you just play the demo, like, you're not gonna have a ton of idea as to what the hell is going on. I'm trying to remember. It's been a hot minute since I played that game. I don't know. What the hell else do you want to know about it? you kind of just like drop that on me.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I was just asking what you thought of it and if you liked it or whatnot. But yeah, because I never did get a chance to read your review.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I'm glad it was the first. So I don't know if you guys have had this happen, but it's the first time that, like, I reviewed the demo and then they sent me there was a vertical slice of like 40 minutes or something that I wrote a preview for. and then I did the review. So obviously, I've been covering this game for a while. I'm glad that it was great. Coming off of Sophie the Echo, I'm glad I got a really, really good game.
The
'Cause
game that
that's,
should not be
Sophie.
mentioned.
Yeah, that fucking. That wasn't even a game. That was just that was just a test of my patience. I think maybe maybe Dano gave me that code because he was like testing to see if I was really in on the website.
He was mad at you.
Yeah, he was mad at you. That's what it was. Oh man.
To his credit, I know afterwards he did feel bad about it. So
Oh man, that's
Love
wild.
it.
So let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and update y'all on what I've been up to, and then here at about the hour mark, I will go ahead and we'll get into the Doom conversation and all that stuff. I know now. Listen, in the future episodes, it's not going to be more than 30 minutes that we're all just like bullshitting around. But hey, we haven't done this in a while. We're just having fun talking, catching up. You know. Hell, I might even end up just like segmenting this first hour off into its own thing. But anyways, so yeah, no, let's see. Since March, since we last podcasted, what's crazy is I haven't been into a whole bunch. Like I'm somewhere in the middle between what Russell's been up to and what Fraser's been up to. Mostly, I'm just working. It's nothing super exciting. I don't have much to update on to update people on. Hell, I can't even say that I've been super busy with the website stuff because I've been too busy working. So, like, I can't even say that. But I do have some fun, exciting things that I've been getting into. I know back in the beginning of March, I was kind of trying to squeeze in Avowed, and then I got like one act in and I just didn't finish it. I got sidetracked because Split Fiction came out and me and Dano were gonna cover it between the two of us, and we just kind of I was having issues planning with my partner on when we were going to be able to play, and then Dano and oh shoot, I'm so sorry, Jamie ended up finishing it before me, so they basically got all of the content done without me, and I was like, well, damn. I didn't even have a chance to shoot off a bullet. But no, then it was straight into Assassin's Creed from there. And let me tell you, that's all I've been doing up until I think I got the last achievement in the game, not this Saturday, but last Saturday. So Assassin's Creed has definitely been what I've been primarily doing. And once I finished writing my review, I wrapped up Vanguard. No, sorry, not Vanguard. Vanquished. I've wrapped up Vanquished, and my gosh, what a good game. I cannot believe how well that game has held up after all these years. Like, it's not even like it had some crazy remaster. It just still plays that good. I did download Bayonetta off of Jeff's recommendation, so eventually I'm gonna get into that. Let's see, what was the other thing? We are in the process of moving right now. So we're actually about ready to move into a house. Right now we just got like this 2-bedroom apartment, and we're about to finally move into a house. And we are beyond excited for that because we've been living in
for you, dude.
trailers. And even moving into this apartment was kind of like we had to evacuate. I'll just leave it at that. We had to evacuate our last place, and we really lucked out that we landed in a nice apartment. So that's kind of what led us here. So now we're just like, finally, we have a chance to go get something we want. Me and my wife have been together for 10 years, and I stopped counting how many times we've moved past the number of 10. So we've definitely moved around a fucking lot. Like, that's an average of once a year we've moved. At least. There's just, I could sit here and go through all the reasons we've had to leave this place or that place, black mold, infestations, things of that nature. And like, this is the first time we're just like, we are choosing this and we want this. It seems like all of those 10 times of moving was we didn't really want this, or it was we were escaping a really bad situation. So we're very stoked. I'm going to be like 5 minutes from my job. So I'm really stoked for that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Because my job, it's very much like they'll text you and be like, hey, go ahead and come on in. Okay, you go in and they're like, we don't know what we're going to have you do yet. Just hang tight. So then you wait an hour, and then while you wait, they're like, oh, okay, it's ready. Go over to this location, and your trailers will be there. And then you go there, and then they're still loading those trailers. And then before you know it, it's like 3:30 a.m., and you're just starting your 10-hour day. And you've been there since 11 p.m. So it's like, luckily from now on, it's like I get that text message. I don't even leave my house until I know I am ready to actually get on the road. So that will be really nice. Aside from that, in lighter news, I got this sick sunburn. Check that out. Celebrated my daughter's birthday on Saturday, and boy, oh boy, it was a rough burn, let me tell you. But that's about.
Happy birthday. Here's some melanoma.
So yeah, we've been doing that. My son's been super into Spider-Man lately, so he's been tearing into my stuff. After all my Spider-Man stuff, he ripped open some exclusive Funko Pops I had, so that's cool. But it is cool because it was lit, Steve. Now he hasn't been able to he's never been shown to draw stick figures or stick people. And the other day he was able to actually just on his own without any lead draw a stick figure of a person, and he goes Spider-Man. So that was super cool. But I'll tell one funny story and then I'll talk video games. But my he's just this little Pokemon character who just says Mario all the time, right? Like it's either Spider-Man or Mario. I'll go Mario, 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 Mario. And so he's riding on his scooter on the sidewalk. And as he's riding on the sidewalk, he's not really paying attention to his surroundings. And there's this parked utility truck. It's parked. And it's hanging out into the sidewalk, like the rear end of it. So he keeps riding his scooter, smacks face into that truck, falls flat on his back. And he's just laying there and he's going, Mario! Mario! A poor guy he's just like he was a broken Pokemon there. But yeah, no, I've been dude. Poor guy. I've been laughing about it though. I feel so bad. No. We've got a couple more minutes before we get into Doom talk, but so yeah, Assassin's Creed, guys, holy shit. Like we're going to have a dedicated episode for Assassin's Creed. Fraser has already put together a great list of questions, and we want to come up with making our own perfect Assassin's Creed game. So that's a conversation we are going to do at some point. And originally we were going to do it on this episode, but with Doom coming out, we felt that it was more relevant to talk Doom, right? So but I want to talk a little bit of Assassin's Creed because holy shit, man. I know me and Fraser, we've talked a little bit off air about our experience with it so far. But my gosh, listen, if you haven't read my review of Assassin's Creed yet, I'll just kind of give you the bullet points of it. I've been playing Assassin's Creed since the very first game. I've been a huge fan since then. There hasn't necessarily been an Assassin's Creed that I don't like. Even Assassin's Creed 3, I liked it. I know that it had a slow start. I think it's like chapter 7 that you finally put the uniform on and then you start going on missions, right? So yeah, there's not an Assassin's Creed that I haven't liked. Through the years, you kind of get your nitpicks, right? Of, man, I wish they would always do this thing or stop doing that thing, yada 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 yada. And I feel like with Assassin's Creed Shadows, they finally fixed like any nitpick I've ever had of the franchise. And it's funny because you can ask Fraser, me and him were messaging, and I was like, man, I just got a couple minor nitpicks. And I was like, one, and I forgot to put this down in my review. It is climbing the towers. A lot of times you'll climb towers and you'll just be grappling all the way up the tower. It's like that's not fun. That's not parkour. So that was my first nitpick. My second nitpick was I want to be able to auto tell my horse to go. I want to be able to put on a waypoint. And literally the next day after I messaged that to Fraser, they updated it and made it to where you can auto ride your horse to your waypoint. And let me tell you, my experience with it has been amazing, because then it's like I'm also using the xCloud. So I've been doing a ton of training, which is part of the reason why work's been crazy. So what I've been doing while I've been at work is I'll take my Backbone, plug my phone in, and to get like all like the little waypoints and the collectible stuff, I've just been setting my horse to auto go, and I'll set my phone off to the side. And I don't have to be playing the game. I'm getting all that tedious, boring bullshit done out of the way.
Yeah.
So that was kind of part of the reason I was able to get through so much of it, was because I was able to like not really play it essentially for some of that stuff, right? And get the upgrades and take advantage of all the cool stuff without actually having to put in the time to do it, right? So aside from that, the combat was amazing. The traversal was awesome. If I did have any other nitpicks, it was that there was so much foliage, that there were so many points where you're trying to climb a hill, you just get lost in bushes and you're like, where the fuck am I going? That was another nitpick I had, but yeah. But like there was cool parkour stuff. There was, they finally bring back some cool Templar lore and the Brotherhood lore. You've got people you can call upon. You got the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood's back to help you out through stuff. You can upgrade them, recruit them. They have cool stories. Every mission you play is its own like 3 to 4 hour campaign essentially, which is why it's such a huge game. And there was some that didn't really hit for me, but there was some that I thought were really good. Like they're going to stick with me. But at the end of the day, Yasuke was 100% if I have a roster of my favorite characters from Assassin's Creed, I've only been sitting on this for a week, right? So take that into account when I say this. But after a week of thinking about my time with Assassin's Creed, if I had a roster of my favorite assassins throughout this franchise, 1 would be Ezio, 2 Yasuke. And honestly,
interesting.
It'd probably be Yasuke above Ezio. If I give it some more time and really chew on it, I think I might actually like Yasuke better. Absolutely phenomenal story. I loved his character development. I loved where he came from, where he ended up as. There was so many I'm Batman moments with Yasuke, and he literally said, I'm Yasuke at different points, which I know sounds cheesy when I say it that way, but it's not cheesy in the moment. They have this art style that comes into black and white during certain moments where, it's kind of got that old school Japanese movie feel to it. And that will also happen during executions and stuff. But yeah, that again, I gave it a 9 out of 10. If you ask some of my longtime friends, they'll always tell you I'm always going on and on about whatever the latest Assassin's Creed is. I mean, I had my things about Origins. I had my things about Valhalla. I've had my things about Odyssey. I don't have my things with Shadows. I don't. Like, that game was a flawless installment for me. And, honestly, some nitpicks are the only thing that kept me from giving it a 10. It was just the minor nitpicks that kept me from giving it a 10. So when I say like, I know this is like off topic, but like we collectively gave Split Fiction a 10 out of 10. Me, Jamie, Dano. Like, when I look at Split Fiction, I don't see a reason to even nitpick it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, the story isn't like I'm writing home about the story and I'm going to remember this and hold it near and dear to my heart. I'm going to get the tattoos of quotes from Split Fiction on me. No, it's nothing like that, but it doesn't matter because it's a fucking video game, and it was so good at being a fucking video game that you didn't even care, you know? But anyways, Fraser, what did you think? Tell me a little bit about your time on Assassin's Creed.
I agree with everything you said about Assassin's Creed. It was incredible. I had such an amazing time with it. I agree with you with Yasuke. As a character, he was so cool. But playing as him, I found him super fucking boring. Super fucking boring.
I understand.
Like, whenever I had to be him, I was like a little bit like, oh, okay, let's get through this so I can go back to Naue. Because just the way she fought and the way that she did the traversal and everything, like her armor looked cooler, her horses looked cooler, her everything about her was so cool that he was cool, he was fine, character wise, story wise, absolutely brilliant, top tier. But playing as him, sorry, I'm out.
Yeah, I understand that.
It got very boring very quickly. It was like I need to do this. I need to clear this fort really quickly. Cool, call in Yasuke and just smash everything in the face.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I see, like, I was that same way of like, oh gosh, I've got to be Yasuke. This is going to make the traversal hard. Or like, you know, wintertime, it was easier to move around as Yasuke. Over Naue, because she would kind of like she would be a little slower in the snow. I don't know if you noticed that, but like Yasuke kind of just plowed through it, right? But yeah, you kind of just pull him out during the castle scenes. See, but it was like when I had to go to play as him that it was like, okay, when I'm doing a castle, this is fun. When I'm doing a Yasuke dedicated thing, this is fun. But outside of that, hell, if I could even travel to where I needed to go as Naue, then switch over to Yasuke, I would do that because I just kind of...
Interesting.
He was so clunky to use. But, and I told you this the last time we talked, but it's some of the things that has me so in love with this game is the attention to detail. Such as when you are Yasuke and you're climbing up a building and then you try to walk on a tightrope, he will fall through that tightrope because he's so heavy. He's klutzy. He's a klutz. When you do a leap of faith, an achievement pops, and every time he just rolls out of the hay bale and he's like, "Oh, my back! I don't know why is there so many hay bales around?" You know, like he brings this realistic fourth wall break every time he does something like that, and it's really.
Did
cool.
You notice that when you do the leap of faith, he actually destroys the hay bale, and you can't. You can't reuse it.
You can't go back in.
Like it's gone. Mm-mm. Anyway, let's move on from Assassin's Creed.
Yes, we should. It's now 9:00, so we're gonna get into Doom. But yes, he is better than Ezio, Steve. Okay, he might be. I don't know. Give me some time. I got
that sounds offensive.
I gotta like let it sit with me, right? You know, these things take time. You get, but yes. So, real quick, one thing I want to mention before we start talking about Doom is the fact that I forgot to mention at the top of the show when I was talking about exciting announcements and new things to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on all podcast services around the globe. That is right. So starting this week, not only are we coming back to Spotify, but we're going to be on Apple Plus. I'm in Apple Plus. My gosh, we're not a TV show. We're going to be on Apple Podcasts. We're going to be on Amazon Prime. We're going to be on all those things. Already, your news podcast from this week is up on there. So check that out. Make sure to like, follow, rate, whatever you're listening on. And again,
stars, 5 stars.
5 stars. And I'll make sure to include that into the weekly roundup article. So let's talk some motherfucking dome. All right.